Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm African Gamer here. Hopefully you guys are doing great. So today I wanted to make a video regarding the nuke event in Warzone and a few new things that we know, not only from leakers but from obviously common sense. And honestly, this is exactly how I believe it'll turn out. This has news coming from like way before, back when Black Ops Cold War was first announced, and we had to do the Easter eggs all the way until now, and it all seems to add up perfectly. So if you are interested in that, make sure to watch till the end of the video. Stay tuned. Now before I continue on with the video, for those who are new to my channel, I like to post Call of Duty, Apex Legends, and just all-around gaming stuff in general. So if you are interested in that and you are new, make sure to go ahead and subscribe, because I do post consistently, and personally I feel as though I put a good amount of work into my videos. So if you are interested in all that stuff, please make sure to subscribe. Now let's get into the content. So the nuke in Warzone is one of the most anticipated things that have come upon Call of Duty and just Call of Duty news in general for the past 4 or 5 months. And honestly, every time we say there's going to be a nuke event, there has to be a nuke event, they can't screw it up, they always manage a way to postpone that in a way. But in this case, there is no way of them, like, there is no possible way of them making it where a nuke won't go off or a few missiles won't go off. You may ask now, why would there be a nuke or numerous nukes or missiles going to destroy Verdansk? And before, we came to the conclusion that it's probably for completely no reason, or it's going to be Mr. Z, which is just Imran Zakhaev, or I should say his son, which is deceased now, Victor Zakhaev, was going to blow it up. But as you guys know, at the end of the final Warzone trailer, over the intel missions, we saw Price, decode everything and stop the nuke from launching. That is kind of good, intense when it comes to Warzone, but for gameplay mechanics, it's still, the map is still stale. We already know that. But moving on, as you guys know, not too long ago, Season 2 dropped, and that showed Shipwreck coming right on to the Warzone map as a new POI. And Shipwreck, for those who don't know, is the Vidonia ship that released, I believe, 34 years ago, back in the Rebirth Island. That's what I meant to say, Rebirth Island. And now it's docked near prison. And right here you guys will see a map, and this map shows all of the original POIs, but all the way on the bottom you guys will see Shipwreck completely marked in red, kind of like a claw, and that's supposed to symbolize that it is infected with zombies there. It is an infected zone, and zombies are obviously present. And I mean, that's good and all for that specific part, but this is the main reason why Warzone, or Verdansk I should say, is going to be nuked. Now, if any of you have watched any cliche zombie movie or virus movie, you already know that it's going to spread easily, and it's no different here in Verdansk, with Shipwreck down all the way down on the bottom of the map, filled with zombies and also infected. It will move from there to prison, to port, to farmland, all the way up eventually to dam and military base, infecting the entire map and making it filled with zombies, which is going to force Captain Price and the Task Force 141 to nuke the map, completely getting rid of the second problem on top of the problem with Hadir and the messed up gas or whatever. But that's just for a whole different video. Right now they're going to nuke the map, and that's all we basically know, but there is a lot more in depth. Now, as I said again, this is the most basic that we can get when it comes to understanding why the map is going to get nuked, but we do have a little bit more to why and which exact points are going to get nuked / destroyed, because of Warzone Rumble back about a week or two ago, before Season 2 came out. Now, for those, actually the gameplay right here is Warzone Rumble, but for those who don't know, in Warzone there's a specified mode called Warzone Rumble. It's a 50v50 team deathmatch mode where of course you can respawn on points of interest on the Warzone map itself. And last week or 2 weeks ago, What happened was, if you go to the hospital point of interest, if you were to play in the hospital area, you could go in the hospital itself, obviously, and in the main area, the main, I guess, officed out area, there would be this sort of machine. It was the zombies machine. Pretty much identical to the one that we have in the shipwreck point of interest. And this, of course, didn't do anything. It didn't have any textures or anything. It was just there, right? It asked you to click a button, like the square or the X button, to activate zombies, but it didn't activate anything because, of course, it wasn't finished. Now, I'm not completely sure if they were trying to tease something there or if it was just an accident, but with that, in mind, of course, hospital has the zombies machine, and so does shipwreck, meaning eventually when hospital gets infected, more and more zombies are going to be in that genuine area due to the fact that the machine is there. It spawns zombies there. And to, of course, furthermore prove it, right here you guys will see a tweet from Warzone News, and they say, new Verdansk nuke information. Say goodbye to airport, superstore, TV station, hospital, half of train station, storage town, and most of downtown, and half of lumber and farmland. A wide variety, a wide range of the middle of the map will get nuked. March 11th, hashtag Warzone. Now, the main takeaway from here is hospital. Hospital will be getting pretty much destroyed from what Warzone News is saying. And this is quite interesting because we saw the machine in hospital. So what I'm thinking is the specific points of interest with the machine itself are going to get destroyed because the machine holds some sort of power to spawn the zombies in that area endlessly, So if they destroy those machines / nuke the machines, they should get rid of the zombies, titling the fact that hospital will get destroyed, half of the entire Verdansk map will get destroyed, and it will be quite the interesting thing to see nonetheless. Now you may ask, how do the operators know the code for the nuke or anything to do with a nuke? Well, it's a pretty simple answer. At the end of the Warzone cinematic for the final intel mission, we see Captain Price kill Viktor Zakhaev, which was in that case the main antagonist, and also put in the nuke code to stop the nuke from exploding Verdansk and going out. And this is really important because with the knowledge that Price has about the nuke code, he can go to the nuke itself, activate it when the zombies come, and destroy it before anything goes crazy, right? Well, yes, correct. But this does not seem as, I guess, fascinating as the one that I'm going to tell you guys, because this one that I'm going to tell you guys, the new leak or whatever, or the logically correct one, is dated all the way back in back in 2020, pretty much a while back, and it talks about how the biggest YouTubers have the power to destroy the map. You might ask, once again, why do the biggest YouTubers have the power to destroy the map? Well, if you guys remember all the way back in 2020, before the release of Call of Duty Cold War, you guys will know the bigger YouTubers such as Chaos, Ink Slasher, maybe Who's Immortal. I'm not sure about that fully, but I do know Ink Slasher got it, and so did Chaos, and they got this nice little package from Activision, and in it was a code for a nuke, I'm assuming. So nothing has come up with that. I mean, I sure hope they still have those cards, but with that, with that said, with those cards, they have the possible ability of destroying Verdansk before the zombies, go sicko mode and destroy it themselves. And this is somewhat of a small thing, but it is interesting because they still got a nuke code that they still have not used yet, and that is furthermore proving my point that Verdansk is going to get nuked sooner or later. Now, my final tip, or my final, I guess, talking point would be how or when this nuke event will happen. Now, I somewhat doubt that it's going to happen on March 11th or March at all, because it's going to take some time for it to infect the entirety of Warzone. What I mean by that is the pathogen that is killing off the zombies or turning people into zombies. So it's going to take quite a bit of time from it to get all the way from down to the map all the way up to like dam or military base. And you know, it may or may not come on March 11th, but that seems just a little too soon, because of course all the work that the developers have gone through to open up the bunkers, you know, design some sort of hallway for the bunkers, and all that good stuff that they did with the shipwreck in Verdansk itself is somewhat pointless if they, you know, release the nuke event on March 11th, and that is more of a logical standpoint. But honestly, if they drop the nuke on March 11th or like April of something, honestly, I could not care less. I want it to come as soon as possible because Warzone, or Verdansk I should say, is very, very stale now. But that's just something to keep in mind. Don't get extremely hyped for March 11th. They might do a little event on March 11th, but I would slightly be sus if they do the nuke event then. Now, with all that said and done, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to like, also subscribe. With that said and done, peace out.